Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be making banana bread. I do have my AirPods in, so if the audio is a little bit messed up, I apologize. Yeah, but I make this recipe all the time. When I get out the actual recipe, because I don't have it memorized, when I get out the actual recipe, like the paper recipe, you're gonna see I literally make it all the time. You can tell because it's a little bit worn out, so let's go ahead and get it. This recipe looks like it's been through hell and back. I mean, come on. All right, so ingredients is first. Let me go ahead and get those out. Along with this mixer that I'm pretty sure is older than my parents' marriage. But look at how pretty. It's a beautiful color, I think. My sister disagrees, but you know. So the bananas that we use for banana bread they're a little bit weird. And here's what I mean. That's what they look like. What my mom does is whenever bananas start to go like a little bit bad, they go in the freezer. And then we freeze them, and then when we want to make banana bread, we unfreeze 4 of them. And then we use them to make banana bread. It sounds nasty, but it actually tastes really good, y'all. Something that my family does is whenever we take eggs out of the egg carton, we try to make a little bit of a design. I'm taking 2 eggs. And it already kind of has a design a little bit, so I'm just gonna leave it like that. My mom picked that up from one of my friend's moms, I think. All right, hair is up, hands are clean, all my ingredients are out. First step is to set the oven, because half the time I forget to do that. Okay, also what I need to do is put some grease on the pan. My mom likes it better when I make banana bread muffins, but I like doing the actual bread loaf. I don't know why, I just have a theory that it tastes better. So I've got my Crisco. Y'all cannot. Every single time I use Crisco, I think of that scene from The Help where Minnie's explaining to the white lady what Crisco is, and she goes, "It's like frosting." Banana bread likes to stick to everything, so the corners and edges and the bottom, you really gotta get it. All right, next step done. Biggest advice I can give about baking: clean as you go, or any type of cooking or baking, really, clean as you go. My mother has drilled that into my head. So right over there is my pantry. One of my biggest pet peeves is when someone goes into the pantry and turns the light on, because it's like a walk-in closet. They turn the light on, they leave, they don't turn the light off. That makes me so angry. I don't even know why. It just does. Next step, sour cream and baking soda. Gotta combine. All right, I had to wash this. I forgot that it wasn't clean. So, that was really loud. Got my little mini spatula here. I need 1/4 cup of sour cream. Sour cream in a baking item to me is actually insane. That has never made sense to me. I've been making this recipe for 10 years of my life. Never made sense to me. I don't understand how sour cream just comes into play here. Fun fact about sour cream, I hate it. My mother, however, has been known to just eat it by the spoonful. I hope you guys can hear me. Literally by the spoonful. I don't understand how she does that. Okay, I just made a big mess. Yeah, that's 1/4. Okay. All right, baking soda, I need a teaspoon. Teaspoon. The top of this is broken from the last time I made banana bread with it, and I'm just kind of hoping that nothing bad happens with that. But it's impossible to get baking soda out of here. Yep. I'm making a huge mess with the baking soda. I can literally taste it in my mouth. It's flying everywhere, and I can taste it. It's on my tongue. It's disgusting. That's what she said. One of the problems with me is that when I'm talking, I tend to talk very quietly, and I tend to not project when I'm like in a big space. Like when I'm in my car, for some reason, like that small enclosed space, no problem yelling. But for some reason, when I'm in like this is the most open area of my house. It's the most open area of my house, and I just don't, like, I'm talking so quietly, like y'all ain't gonna be able to hear me. All right, sour cream and baking soda. It sits, gotta let it rise for a second. Y'all are gonna be able to see that happen a little bit. Maybe. Don't hold me to that. All right, next step. I gotta plug in the mixer. All right, I have a full stick of butter here. Gotta put that in this mixing bowl. This butter has been like sitting out for a day, so it's a little soft. And then also in that, we got a cup of sugar. See, there I did it again. I'm just talking to myself. I gotta remember that I'm like on camera and I gotta project. Otherwise, y'all ain't gonna be able to hear me. The thing is like when I'm baking, I usually talk to myself anyway. So that's part of the problem with this habit, is I just gotta remember that I'm talking to someone else. Beautiful. All right. I don't know if you can see it, but the sugar is like flying away. All right. Oh, got in my mouth. Not bad though, better than baking soda. All right. I am going to turn this on and get it going. And then in the meantime, we're gonna peel the bananas, because this goes for 3 minutes and it's really loud. All right, hopefully y'all can hear me. Fingers crossed. If not, I'm probably just gonna cut this out. My forehead is cut out anyway, and that's not a good look. But literally like, nasty. Right here is my compost. So I'm literally just taking the banana out of the peel. Yep. Ew. It's nasty, it's nasty. This is one of those times where I just have to tell myself, like, remember, you can always just wash your hands. Ew. Ew. It's nasty. Can you guys hear it, like, squelching? Ew. Dude, I'm so grossed out right now. But literally, no matter how many times I do this, I'm still so grossed out every single time. I can't help it. It's like the smell and the texture and, like, the liquid everywhere. I cannot, but this is what it looks like now. You can't really see, but it's nasty. All right, that's done mixing. I got this gigantic spatula here, and I'm gonna just scrape down the edges, and then I'll show y'all what it looks like, because it's so cool looking, I think. It's just so soft. It's like another Crisco moment, like it's like frosting. It looks like a little cloud. Look at that. It's like dough. All right. One time I was dared to try it. It was horrible. Don't recommend. All right, anyways, next step is to put pretty much everything, all the ingredients in there. So we've got our sour cream mixture, which has risen a little, but I'm about to like tear that all down. Just gonna go ahead and add that. I'm gonna move this. There we go. Next, we've got these super nasty bananas, and I do not ever watch these going in. I always just look away. Hearing it is bad enough. Seeing it, I think I would actually like puke on the spot. All right, next is flour. Flour is 1.5 cups, which is like, that just seems like a really high amount of flour. That just seems like a strange amount of flour. I mean, maybe it's just me. I haven't baked very many things in my life. I don't know. Maybe that's what makes it banana bread and not banana cake. This one's a little bit harder to level out because this doesn't reach all the way around. So gotta just kind of do it and just hope it's more or less correct. But I mean, that looks good. Pour that in. Vanilla. Vanilla is to garlic, right? When you're cooking, so cooking is an art, baking is a science. Cooking, you can kind of just do whatever the hell you want, and you get the same end result. But baking, like, there's a reason there are specific measurements and specific, like, temperatures to cook at, and, you know, time increments. It's because it's a science. If you mess it up, like, I don't put the right amount of baking soda in, if I don't put the right amount of flour in, it ain't gonna turn out. So I brought garlic up because garlic, you can just, like, put however much of that you want in there, no matter what the recipe says. I feel like vanilla is kind of the same. It's mostly just for flavor. You use a teaspoon, but normally when I measure things, I do it over something else and then move it over to, you know, make sure there's not extra spilling over. I don't do that with vanilla. I just go ahead and, oh no, I got some extra. Oh well. What a shame. Anywho, eggs. I see a lot of people breaking eggs on the bowl. I don't do that. I break it on the counter and then do it over the bowl. My grandfather taught me to do that. He told me that it minimizes the amount of shell you might get into your mixing bowl. So I've just always done it like that because my mom did it too. All right, wash my hands. Next up is salt. Get the last little drops of vanilla. Salt is 1/4 of a teaspoon. One time I was making banana bread and I
Banana bread?
Banana bread.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I all of these weren't clean, so I measured out 1/4 of a cup
By hand?
instead of of salt instead of 1/4 of a teaspoon. I don't know why. I don't know why. It just like.
Did that happen last time?
No, this was like 3 or 4 years ago.
Oh.
Maybe more.
I was about to say it worked out, but it's still good. That's all.
Well, I didn't find out until after I put it in the oven because I was about to wash dishes and my mom decided to taste the leftover batter and she's like, Sophia, what is going on with this? So that was.
I think a girl from work is going to make you some banana bread.
Ever since that experience, I have just like been very like adamant. Wow, I just spilled so much salt everywhere. I have been very like triple checking, you know, like I've been all about like checking my work every single second. Come on. Oh my god, I actually thought I got it. I did not. That was, oh boy. Wow. Fuck this. That when you have something with a lot of dry ingredients and you're about to start the mixer, put a towel over it like this. Start it on the lowest setting. Shake it out. And that way you won't have flour or whatever just flying all throughout your kitchen. And then you give it a second and you turn it up more. But I'm gonna do that off camera because it's gonna be real loud. Also gotta scrape down the sides like halfway through because I'm gonna add the chocolate chips here in a second, but I gotta make sure that it's all mixed up before I do that so that the chocolate chips don't get crushed. All right, hopefully y'all can hear me. I got it on a low setting. What I use is just like 3/4 of a cup. I have the 1 cup here because I don't feel like getting the 3/4 cup out. Okay. Whatever. And I just slowly add it in there. And then boom, that's the last step. Cheers. I'd say about half of my banana bread making process is just me eating the chocolate chips. I don't think there's any shame in that. I just love myself some chocolate chips. My dad keeps asking me to make the banana bread with nuts, but I will not because A, I hate nuts, and B, why would I ruin a good banana bread with nuts instead of chocolate chips. Girlfriend is a chocolate hater. I don't understand it. All right, we're gonna try this batter, make sure it's all good. My hands are clean, I promise. That's good. 10 out of 10. Oh, that is really good. Okay. I'm gonna scrape this down and we're gonna put it in the pan. I can't forget about this. Again, my hands are clean. The thing about tasting the batter is like, yeah, it's raw eggs, but I'm also not like eating it by the spoonful. I'm not like I'll be fine. I remember I used to be so scared to do it though, because my emetophobia is so bad. Like, I would not do it. I would not get near raw batter. All right, I don't know if I mixed this for long enough, so we're just gonna see how this goes. Pour that on in there. Oh, so smooth. Last time I made this, about 3 weeks ago, I stirred the batter the second time for like about 5 minutes, way longer than I was supposed to. And then it went in the oven. It goes in the oven for an hour and 10 minutes, or 17 minutes, if you will. And it went in for like an extra, I don't even know, like an extra 20 minutes almost. And it still wasn't cooked all the way. So, I mean, it tasted fine, but it was super strange. One thing I will not be doing is cleaning off batter that's burnt all to hell, because it will never get off of this pan. Going in the oven. All right, I'm gonna do some cleanup, do some dishes, and then I'll check back in when it's done and we'll do a taste test. You don't wanna be in my vlog?
We'll have to see. I'll have to qualify you first.
Okay. Well, I'm just testing it to see if it's done, and just looking at it, it's definitely not.
Did you already start it?
Yeah,
Oh.
like 2 minutes ago.
Oh.
See what I'm doing? I'm sticking the knife in there. It's actually not that bad. It's almost done. Probably only needs about 5 more minutes. That beeping is annoying. Okay, 5 minutes later, round 2, taking it out. I think if it's not done now, it's gotta be close to being done. It definitely looks better. Find a different spot. It's a little iffy. 5 more minutes. If it's not done, or like essentially done after this 5 minutes is over, I'm just gonna take it out and put some foil over it and just let it sit for a bit, because I don't want to burn it. Like, I don't want to burn the outside. I don't know why I keep putting these away knowing that I'm just gonna have to take them out again. Okay. Whew. Shut up. Looking pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, this is much better. All right. I'm still gonna put some foil over it. It definitely doesn't need to go in the oven any longer. I'm just gonna put some foil over it until I can taste test it, and we'll be golden. Just fresh out the oven, I took out a tiny little corner piece. It looks burnt all to hell, but we're gonna try it really quick. It's really hot. Oh god. Other than the fact that it's like crunchy, it's pretty good. The edges are definitely a little overcooked, but the middle is probably perfect. Just realized I forgot to show you guys what it looks like. Here's where we are. All right, so that's gonna be today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please subscribe. You are all loved very much. See you next time.